getting the wax melted in my Presto pots. These are amazing if you make candles. They are so awesome. You just put the lid on top and then just let them get hard, and then when you want to use it, you just plug it in. It's pretty cool. All right, so why I have two. This one over here is paraffin, and this one is soy. And the reason I have both is because I'm going to do a 50-50 blend, and I'm going to make these wax melts. And I know people don't like paraffin, but these are not getting direct flame. So I don't think it works the same and doesn't get in the air the same when you're just using a wax melter. I could be wrong, but one I've made that's just had soy wax in it, they're hard to pop out, and they don't really have any scent throw. So that's why I'm gonna go ahead and do 50-50, and we're gonna go from there. So I have over here all of my dyes. I'm going to need 5 different colors. I'm gonna figure that out. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and weigh out in this. I'll do a pound at a time, so 16 ounces. And I'm going to use for the first batch this sea salt and orchid from Candle Science. This is it's just a fresh, clean scent. It's a really good scent. So we're just gonna check the temperature. We're at 178, we want 185, so I'm gonna just turn it up a tiny bit. And then our soy wax is at 215, so it's a little hot. Ow, and it is literally hot, so don't do that, don't touch it. So, all right, I'm gonna wait a few minutes till this comes down a little, and we want to have it at 185. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to measure out half of a pound. A pound is 16 ounces. So half is 8 ounces. So I'm going to add 8 ounces in here. So you're going to want to add your soy wax first, because the paraffin wax it gets cool faster. So you want to put the hotter wax in the bottom and then just add that and then mix them together. And then we'll add the fragrance oil. I just have to measure out. We're doing 10%, so that'll be 1.6 ounces. And that's the maximum for that fragrance load on that particular fragrance oil. All right. Okay. So I've never made these before. These little wax melts in the tray. I'm super excited to see how they come out. All right. Okay. So I'm gonna weigh out the oil, the fragrance oil. Okay, so I have them combined. They're at 185. I'm adding. Oh, I forgot to tear this out. Okay. Always push tear. Okay, so we're gonna add 1.6 ounces. I'm just gonna pour it, it's taking too long. All right, so I'm gonna just do one color at a time and just see how this goes. And so once you get your fragrance oil in there, you wanna make sure you stir it. They say 2 minutes. That's usually about what I do. So I'm gonna try the orange dye, and from what I remember, these are really concentrated, so it'll tell you how many drops to get what color, whatever color. I'm just gonna start with one and just add one more until I get the color I want. And they look really dark, and they will dry a lot lighter than what they look like, so, all right. So yeah, this is hard because you have to do the different colors, and this is just the easiest way I figured out how to do it, so hopefully this will work. So I'm gonna do, I have no idea what this holds, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that much. It's probably too much, but do one and see what's up. Yeah. really orange. So I think I'm just gonna go with, I think I want a little more. So I'm gonna do one more drop. Uh-oh, you gotta be careful with that because it can drop out too really fast. Okay, that's the color I want. Yay! It smells so good. If you haven't used that fragrance oil, sea salt and orchid. It's really good. All right, and then I use these molds to make these little soap toppers I'm putting on top of the soaps that I'm making for my box I'm selling on my Patreon for October. Halloween box. And I love this mold. It's so cute. But yeah, you gotta be really careful. Oh, why do I do that every time? Okay, it's all right. Okay, so I really didn't like the orange. It's not dark enough, so I popped them all out and I'm gonna melt them down again and just re-pour them back in the mold. But I'm gonna add, I think, I did 3 drops of orange and I think I'm gonna add at least 2 more because yeah, they dried really, really light. So I'm just melting these down and then we're gonna pour them again. Okay, so I'm gonna add a little more orange. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that should be more than enough. Gotta get that little tiny, there we go. So, gonna wait for these to solidify and we'll be back and go from there. All right, so I decided to just pour up some blue, mix up some blue before this wax gets too cold. I don't have black dye, and that's unfortunate because I needed it. So I'm gonna try to do a really dark blue. This is so hard. This one, oh, there we go. Okay. I can't wait to see what these come out like. Okay, so some of these came out okay. They're not exactly the color I wanted, but the blues are going to be all right. I ended up just pouring the extra into an extra candle. These are taking forever to get solid, so I turned the air conditioning down a little bit. All right, these, I just do not like the color, so I'm going to go ahead and just melt this down again tomorrow in a double boiler bath and re-pour them. I want them much darker. So, all right, that's where I'm at, and see you tomorrow. Okay, so this was the blue I had left over from yesterday. I just melted that down in a water bath, and I'm gonna add a little bit of magenta. So I want to make it kind of a darker purple color for the spiders since I don't have black. And I was actually wondering if I could use activated, just hit my camera, activated charcoal in these, and I'm gonna look it up and see what's the deal with that. So, and I popped this in the fridge for a few minutes and it sped it up. So that's what I'm gonna do after this, because this is time consuming. Okay, so far so good. I'm gonna keep going. I love how the hats, they came out a really nice purple magenta color. And I did look it up, and I'm linking it below. You can see how to add activated charcoal. Basically, it just has to be ground really fine, and you can put it in candles. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour the spiders. I'm gonna make those black, and then these tombstones, I'm gonna try to make them a light gray color. All right, but they look so cute. I'm so excited. All right, just gonna keep on going, and I'm actually gonna add a little more orange because these guys, they're just not that, they're not the orange I want, but I'm gonna add like 2 more drops. Okay, so I did look it up. It says you can put activated charcoal in candles, so I'm gonna go ahead and see what happens. I'm gonna add a little tiny bit. I only have a little bit of this left over, so well, I got, I guess, enough. I'm gonna try to make these gray. So I'm just gonna add a little bit at a time and see what happens. I want a hint of gray. Oh, and popping these in the fridge right after you pour them makes this so much faster. Okay, so I did add a little more of the activated charcoal, and because it settles, these came out awesome. Look how cool they look with the different shades of black and gray, and I did some spiders too. They look really like 3D. They look awesome. So I have enough in here. I counted them. There's about 120 of them, and this is how I'm laying them out in the box. I'm gonna move it around maybe a little bit, but you should be able to get 18 in the box with the lid. So anyway, I'm just loving how these came out. And activated charcoal works. So real quick, I just went to grab more of these cool things I got from Dollar Tree, and half of them are clear, and the other half are the smoky. I didn't even know that, and they're both have that holographic look to them. These are so cool. I think you get 24 of them for 30 bucks, so $1.25 each. Yeah, these are awesome. Order them now. Make these now. They're so cool. I'm gonna link it below. These came out amazing. I just love how cute these are. I am so glad I made these. So I ended up with 6. Enough for 6 of the little coffins with 20 in each. So I need to make another batch because I need 10 of them, and I'm going to sell the extras at a market that I'm doing in the end of October. So, all right, so I'm going to put the lids on these, and they are just so cute. And there's little holes in the back. I don't know. I mean, these are going to probably move around. I'm going to try to keep them flat. But you can actually smell probably through the holes in the back what the fragrance is. You don't have to open it. So, yeah, I don't think I'm going to shrink wrap them or anything. I'm going to put a label on them on the back that has what the ingredients are. And otherwise, I just think these are the coolest things ever, these little boxes. So Dollar Tree, 24 for 30 bucks. And I have it linked below. Alright, so coming back, we're going to be making soap next. I'm making a Frankenstein soap and a couple other really awesome soaps. So, Halloween inspired.